Early morning hike. I'm on the Rolling Prairie Trail, which is the old railroad tracks that they've converted into a trail. Now I got about a mile hike one way in. I'm heading to see how the bluebells are doing. I'm thinking maybe this coming weekend they'll be in full bloom. So this again is another scouting trip. I brought a macro extension tube set so I can get some really close-ups. That is right here. It's an autofocus. It was fairly cheap. I put this on my Nikon lens and it's been doing a pretty good job. The autofocus doesn't work all that good, but I can manually focus just the same. This is a fairly decent trail to hike down. It's all blacktopped. The birds are out singing. It's just a little past sunrise. It's a rather chilly morning again. It was 26 degrees when I pulled up. There's some horses down there, grazing on the fresh grass. There, he's heard me. As I'm getting out of here, there's something up there. Normally I would be at work today, but I had a situation arise starting on Friday night. I had the police force call. My dad was wandering around in the parking lot and talking a lot of nonsense. He has dementia, and we had to go over. We got him calmed down. And Saturday night, about 3 a.m., we had the county deputy pounding on my front door. So I went down and he asked me if I had a father that was named Alfred, and I said yes I do, and he handed me a note that says he was in the ER at the local hospital. And I would have to go over and pick him up. So we got over there about 4:30, my wife and I, and only one of us could go in because of the COVID-19. So I went in, and he was sitting there, and we signed the release papers, and the doctor I talked to told me that he could no longer live by himself, that he has dementia. So we brought him home. It's a weird disease. And he needs nursing home care. And with this social distancing and COVID-19, we were scared we weren't going to be able to get him into anywhere. So my sister started checking around on Sunday to see if we could get him in anywheres. And the nursing home needs him to be on some medication so they can control his dementia a little better. Before they would admit him there. So currently he's in a hospital in Cedar Falls. It was a tough thing to have to go through. It's tough. So yeah, I need this walk. I'm bringing my tripod, a D800, one lens attached. Now I see quite a few videos on YouTube now with photographers that feel they got to justify why they're out. And they bring a smaller camera, thinking that'll justify it with no tripod. You know, what the hell with it. I've been doing social distancing all my life. That's just who I am. I like people. I like to have conversation. I also like my privacy. When it comes to photography, I prefer to be very private. It's personal. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and do some justification for all the Karens out there in the world. They want to scream and complain and bitch because I'm not doing something the way they think that it ought to be done. I'm hurting no one by carrying my full-size camera and tripod. And those self-righteous people ought to just shut the hell up. I'm sorry to be blunt, but that's the way it is. Right now we got two types of people in the world. The ones that want to cower and hide. I got a couple deer up ahead in the trail. He probably won't be able to see them too well. But I'm not going to hide. Life is too short to sit here and hide from something that might happen. There's a lot of things in this world that might happen. And in fact, they do happen. But we carry on. That's life. You have to carry on. If you went and hid from everything that could happen or it's terrible and bad, you would have no life. Yes, this is a terrible virus. It has killed a lot of people. I'm done living in fear from it. I spent most of my month of March fearful of the disease and the what ifs. And after going through what I went through with my father, there's a deer. I came to the realization we can't live life in fear. You gotta live it to the max. Okay, here we go. This is a steep spot, but if the deer can do it, I can. And I think about this massive mound that they built back 100 years ago. And that's a lot of dirt they moved to put this train track in. There we are, simple as that, we're down to the forest floor. Everything's starting to green up. Bluebells are not blooming. There's some. We're getting real close. Buds are there. Might be another week yet. Open this weekend though. Makes a beautiful picture in these woods. Did a lot of macro work here in the last 2 weeks since I got that extension tube. These are all bluebells on the forest floor. They were getting real close. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 77. That should help get these flowers to pop and open. Well, we're going to hike back and go to a place called Harry Woods Lodge side. There's a dam on the Shell Rock River. And we'll see if we can find some flowers of some kind. This is going to be beautiful here in a few days. So, that mile hike I did was exercise and scouting mainly. And it won't be long, this will be impassable. I like those vines, the way they grow up a tree. Well, there's my trail up the hill. I don't know which way looked more impressive, going down it or up it. Up it, it looks pretty steep. But here we go, we'll give it a shot. Later. So, here we go back the way we came. I never usually bag in any place. I don't need to carry everything with me. That's what I got pockets for. So yeah, I just bring what I know I think ahead, or what I want to shoot and how, and that's what I bring. There goes a goose, another goose. Okay. It was a good hike. As I was saying, I got a strap that I put around my neck. I carry my camera. I cradle the tripod usually. Sometimes I'll bag it and carry it on a sling. I prefer to have my hands just on it, on my gear. The bag throws me off balance when I'm walking. Especially when we climb up and down spots like I just did. Oop. Knocked my microphone loose. There's a couple more geese. You know, I was listening to a YouTube clip Mark Dennehy, and he thought he was going to get sappy at the end for his number one reason, the number one thing that he learned in photography. Mark, you're right on the money. Anybody that does this has personal attachments of things that they're going through at the time they take these images. Those are the hidden things that most people don't see in a photo. But those are the things that are the most important to the photographer. And if I can muster up the courage, I will get sappy myself at the end. And I'll attempt to read a post that my brother put on Facebook about my dad. It's going to be extremely tough for me to read this. And I'll attempt to do that later when I get home. And this photo trip, granted I haven't taken much, but this is going to be one that I'm going to remember. Every image I take today is going to have a special meaning for me. They might not be award-winning, but they're going to be award-soothing for me. Well, I promised I would read the post that my brother posted about my dad. This is the Rake High School senior picture of my father from 1952. Today, my brother and sister have the difficult and stressful task of getting him admitted to Shell Rock Nursing Home. Dad is suffering from dementia and loses touch with reality frequently. The coming days for Dad will be filled with fear, anger, and I'm assuming some abandonment. He is a mental shell of a man I have known for 56 years, and what I have heard on the phone this weekend was heartbreaking. Thankfully, this care facility is COVID-free at the moment, but his susceptibility to the virus increases considerably with his admission. Thanks for being brave and patient today, Dwayne and Jen. Thanks to the facility workers who will be caring for my father from today until the Lord calls him home, which I pray will be soon. There will be days he will not be pleasant to care for. Dad's never recovered from losing our mom 10 years ago and wants and needs to be with her again. May he get his wish soon. So that's what's been going on. And as I said, photography is influenced by the photographer's emotional state and the things that he goes through personally. And it isn't always revealed in an image. And I wanted to share this with what few viewers I do have. And you know, that's why I'm not going to be afraid of COVID-19. Because there are a lot worse things that could happen. Losing one's mind, not knowing who they are or where they are, the frustration of losing a spouse and being alone for 10 years. Those things are much worse. Wishing you all the best, and we get over this virus that's in the world, and we can get back to living our normal lives. Take care, everyone.